Hello and welcome to Z Reviews. Zeos, when are you going to do IEMs? Hey Zeos. Hey Zeos, when are you going to do some IEMs? I don't know what's the point of any of these, because here we are. Tin T2s. Actually, Tin T2s and the Tin T2 Pros. There we go, look at that. On the head, good, pointed, not terrible. Pause, because that's annoying, little shrills. Yeah, I've got a lot of IEMs to do, as you can see. And everyone's going to just buy these. I should do these last. But here's the beautiful thing. If you go to Amazon, and you go to like the results page for the Tin T2, you search Tin T2, you click the link in the description for the Tin T2. There's like 97 sellers. That's never happened to me before. Usually I review something that I love, and it's like, yeah, one guy's got it, and he's in Madagascar, so it's $800 shipping. Alright, let's talk about the Tin T2s. First off, when I unboxed it, I knew it was going to be good, because look at this packaging. Look, it's a book. It's a little book. It's got a binder, and there's two of them here. Now, one's the Pro, and one's the non-Pro. And the difference is $10. We're going to discuss the difference. We're going to discuss if Pro means better. Look, it opens up. Tin Hi-Fi. It comes with some standard tips. Actually, it comes with some silicone tips. And these are the only IEMs, and I mean the fucking only ones on that entire desk that I have no plans on using anything but the stock tips. Everything else is getting Tacony tips. These blue tips. Let's talk about these blue tips. Let's talk about these blue tips. They're not just foam. They're like a tacky, sticky foam. Like, that should be terrible. As soon as I pulled them out, I thought there was something wrong. I thought they'd been sitting in a warehouse for too long. But they actually have, like, a grip to it. Like, don't let your dog near it. And they're not like Tacony tips where they're not memory foam. These are a good deal memory foam. And let me tell you something. Because of the way they're tacky and, like sticky tacky, they stay. Hell, I don't even have to change out the size. Usually I have to put a larger one on my right ear than my left ear to get it to fit. Not with these. They fit fucking perfectly. They're getting their own review. So that means that they're special. And it's because they're priced for everyone to buy them. These are like the ultimate. Let's see, I've had, previous to this, like the best all-arounder was like the Meze Neos. Those were like $70. And they were a very warm, bassy sound signature. But it was like okay, and I was like, all right, you could sell that to people. That's like a good, like, what people want, right? Fuck it. I just reviewed the Andromedas earlier today, right? The Andromedas, the $1,100 Andromedas, and I'm like going on and on about how they're so good, and you know are they worth $1,100? Absolutely, they're what they're worth. And then I sit down, and I got to play with the Tin T2s, which are $50 fucking dollars. Actually, wait, which set is this? These are the Pros. These are $60 for Pro. And it's like, if you start here, basically your next step has to be Andromedas. If you're looking for just reference clarity, these are the Ship 9500s of IEMs. Because here, I've had very good IEMs I reviewed. The FIO FH5s are the wide bass kings. So let's see, those would be equivalent to like the X2s, maybe HE500, something really extravagant. And there's other IEMs I've reviewed, the U12Ts and stuff, but there's nothing that's come in like super fuck all budget. And I'm like, hey, fuck you, not you, Rem. Oh my God, I almost gave the middle finger to Rem. I would have allowed you all to unsubscribe from me. Fuck you, Tin T2. Fuck you, Tin, for fucking everything up. They've literally fucked up that whole table. I had so much going for me. So many reviews. I'm just going to take that whole table and swipe it into the garbage pail now. Because for $50, and these are the $50 one, let's pick up the $50 one, I'm pretty fucking sure you can't do better. At all. Maybe ever. Because let's look at the build quality. Okay, it's literally a machined metal. It looks like a part that would go into like a very high-end throttle body assembly on like a race car. It's just it's a round metal circle with the thing. It looks, let's pull the tip off. It doesn't look IEM-ish. Look at the design. It's like, Yeah, we have this, and we put this bit on it, and we plug that wire into it. That'll work. Ever see like what really crazy IEMs are? The weird shapes, and they go into like dodecahedral swoops, and it's like, wow, that one looks like a bird feather. And this is just tube, thing on tube. Big old filter. I think that's what they took off. They changed one of the filters for sure. That filter is different on the Pros. And here's the tips it comes with. Again, those tacky blue ones, and they just go bloop, bloop. That's the sound that just made. Okay, and then it's an MMCX connector. No, wait, is it? Yes, it's an MMCX connector. And you're like, well, Zeos, it's a $50 set of IEMs, but it must come with a shitty wire. No, this is one of the nicest wires. This is like one of the nicest wires. My U12Ts for $2,000 don't have a nice wire as this. It's just enough. It's, you know what enough is? Here's the thing. There's extravagant, and then there's enough, and then there's shit poor. And when you hit just enough, it's thin enough. It's got this nice little breakup that's metal. It goes into this beautiful weave here. Beautiful weave with another weave. It's got a little bit of a kink to it, but it's nice and short. I've got two things plugged in, by the way. This is the Monoprice portable, which has got the non-Pro set, and that's the Pro set on there. And I plug from back and forth, and I can't tell the difference between the two amps. So that's a little spoiler alert. Look at the end connector. It's fucking, I don't know if it's real carbon fiber. It probably isn't, but little strain relief, fucking gold, carbon fiber, gold, straight into the gold connector with the little extension so it'll plug into any fucking phone case. If your phone has a headphone jack, which are stupid nowadays. It's 2019, man. Throw the headphone jack away. What are you, Grandpa? I miss my headphone jack. And it's almost the exact same build on the Pros. The Pros add a bead, not an anal bead, unless, well, I guess any bead could really be an anal bead if you try hard enough. But a bead that locks the two together at the end so you don't get them fucked up. This one didn't have a bead. I'm not sure if they added that to all of them, but there's a bead. And then instead of the black carbon fiber with gold, we now have a thicker connector, which is like silver carbon fiber and silver gold extension. You know, that's basically the only way you can tell them apart. Because the actual IEMs have nothing on them. Like there's nothing written on. If you found this on the floor, you wouldn't know what the fuck it is. Like write 10 on it or T2 or something. It's got nothing. It's like, I don't know. I don't even, like, how do you have nothing written on your product? There's some ones I have on the table back there that have like scrolls. Fucking scrolls. Made here. This is the manufacture date. So how do you wear those? Honestly, up to you. I've been doing, let's see, right ear. Look at this nice flexible wire. I've been putting it in and then just looping this around the top of my ear. And it's perfectly fine. It's perfect. Just because usually they have that stiff bit that's up here that you bend. I've had no problems just looping that above my ear. Or when I'm doing fast switching here to test between the Pros and the non-Pros, I've just been plugging them in like this. Just like this. Just plug them straight in my ear with the wire coming forward. Honestly, it's up to you. These tips grip so well, it doesn't matter how you play them. Get out of my closet. There's a fur line in my closet. How do they sound, Zeos? What the fuck? You're telling me I need to buy them. How do they sound? They sound $250. How's that? Let's put a set in my ear. Which set? The Pros? See, here's, all right. Difference between the Pros and non-Pros. Let's get that out of the way in the first 7.5 minutes of this video. 7.5 minutes? That's where I am? Good guess? Bad guess? The Pros have more treble. The non-Pros, or the normal ones, have less treble and the slightly more relaxed, just the slightest bit more conventional sound. It's like they said, okay, these are amazing. These are the ones I got out first and fell in love with first. And then I pulled the Pros out. I'm like, all right, let's try it. And it's just a sprinkling more treble. Just enough to say, okay, they're different. But there have been songs that I found using the portable player that And I'm just going through it. It's like, ooh, I want less treble. I just want a little less treble. I'm more of an IEM guy who's like more relaxed. I put them in. I want to drown things out. I don't really put in IEMs to like focus on the music. If you're a person who's like, I love treble and I want to focus on the music and hear all the string instruments, then you might want the pros. But if you're here and you just I want a good set of IEMs, if you don't know which one of these you want, get the non-pro version for $10 less. Because if you're treble sensitive, this will get on your nerves. And you're not gaining anything else. You're not like, oh, it's that, and it has bass, and it has more imaging, and more resolution. Well, it has more resolution, because you could resolve more because of the treble. But it doesn't have more soundstage or imaging capabilities. This does all that. This just does it with a bit more treble. So, $10? If you already have these, and you're wondering if you get these, I could almost see that. I mean, you're talking about like $110 for both. That's dumb. That's dumb money. So, amazing wire. Like, literally just, it's a perfect wire. It's a perfect fucking IEM wire. Doesn't feel like it's going to break. Doesn't really get that twisted. Beautifully made. MMCX connectors go in. You just pop them in your ear. Let me pop it in my ear. Here, ready? Over and in. And I'll pop this into my ear, and we can still look at the Pro version, which is going to be interesting. I don't know where my volume is in this thing. Turn it down. Way down. It's just a happy set of it's the happiest set of IEMs. You're happy because you spent $50. They're happy because they can play music and live out their lives. E.T. is playing the fucking E.T. theme, and it's like, They fit. They're just comfortable. They don't barely weigh anything. I would recommend keeping on the blue tips if you can fit them. I know I have rather large ear holes. My ear holes are sluts. I mean, come on, guys. But if you can keep the blue tips, do. I wish they came with another set of smaller blue tips. This one doesn't do that. This one has the more. This must have been the Pro version with the more Pro thing. Different tips in this, but nothing that. I want to buy these blue tips. Hello, people reading comments and writing them. If you could find me like a collection of these, I could almost get them to stick together. I'd love to own some more of these. They're so unique too. It's like the one thing that like pulls it out. Like I know these are blue, 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 blue. They blew my mind is what they blew. Can I somehow bullet point that? I don't get bullet points in my reviews. It's just whatever I write in the title. Yeah, these blew my mind. Oh, fuck around. I don't think I've ever been this satisfied with a sound for $50. That was what the ships were. The ships were like, oh, shit, there's like imaging and a bit of soundstage, and they're super comfortable, and they cost nothing. Oh, there's the low end. Glass Animals Flip. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna honestly make this review real short. You know why? Because I want people to watch the entire thing. So I'm done. I can't tell you how amazing these sound. You have to just know. You have to click link and buy while they're still out there, because I know I'm fucking cursed. My patrons will see this first, and there's only a chance maybe like 100 of my patrons will buy them. They can't run out of them for the public release. They just can't. They can't run out of these. They're so easy to make, and they're so simple. Please buy a set. This is like the KSC 75s, but like closed back. Where the KSC 75s are like, why don't you own a pair for $15? If you bought those, and you think I was correct about how those things sound, buy these and tell me I'm wrong about that in the comments. And if you want a little more, if you already have those, or you know you like treble, just enough treble. Like I was almost unsure if they even had a difference between the two, because I'm always like, yeah, Pro version, sure. But yeah, no, the treble just creeps up a little bit more. It's more focused on the high end for the Pro. They shouldn't even call it the Pro. They should call it like the normal and the trebly edition, and then that would be fine. Then people would just pick whichever flavor they like. Anyway, I have to get to all those IEMs now, and it's gonna suck because these are gonna come up like anything under $150 is gonna be like, yes, you could buy this one or Tin T2. So fuck Tin. There's not even a name on here. I got rid of the other boxes. The pros will be in a yard sale. And I might have an extra set of the non-pros. So if you don't know what the yard sales are, from the 1st to the 10th of every month, things I've been sent by companies. Actually, I bought a set, and then a company sent me the set. So I have at least one extra set somewhere. Will be in the yard sale. And that's from the 1st to the 10th. I don't need it in my house. If you want to bid $21, you pay $5 for the month, and then you like 21 Zeos, and then I mail it to you if you win. Unless you're international, then I charge you for half the shipping to send it to Bulgaria. Because maybe you can't get Tin T2s in Bulgaria, and I'm your guy. I'm your fucking guy right here. So Patreon for that. Patreon to see these reviews early. Again, like I said, about 100 people are going to have access to buy this before, because they're the ones watching this first. Hi, patrons. How you doing? Patrons also get to comment on videos. And you know those people who say first? Always a fucking patron. The $10 channel, which is like a serious channel where I have a Telegram set up, 130 members in it. We talk serious things about audio, mostly where we organize. People have actually started trading between each other in there. It's really kick-ass. So that's there if you want to join the actual behind the scenes of Z reviews and get to know my, like, this review is going to come out probably in 2 days or 3 days on the Patreon, and then another week and a half before it's public. But if anyone in my pay for chat asks me what do you think of 10 T2s, I will literally recite this with voice chat. I will recite how good these are with voice chat immediately. You don't get to wait for anything. Unless you want to wait. Some people like torture. So check out the Patreon for that, yard sales, etc. Click the links for these things. Rem, beautiful Rem. How could you love Amelia over Rem? Fuck Amelia. It should have been fuck T2. Should have been fuck Amelia. Available in the description, as are always the case with any of my reviews. And I think we're done here. I'm just padding it now with time. If I get to the 10-minute mark, I get to run a mid-roll ad. Oh, wait, I don't run mid-roll ads because I don't run ads because you guys are patrons, right? I don't. So thank you for being patrons because I fucking hate advertisements, even though